funny seeing you here, you know? Isn't it crazy that, like, the days when you're actually, like, working out, you hate it so much, and the days that you're not working out, you want to just work out. It's crazy, like, the days, like, when we're supposed to do, like, go to lift, go to practice, in our heads, like, they're coming up with 1,000 of excuses to not go, and that's something that I noticed, that my mind is actually the biggest enemy. A lot of people just say that, and, they're just saying that, but for me, I noticed that, like, every single time, like, maybe the couple hours before I have to go to practice, my mind starts telling me reasons, like, why we shouldn't go. Oh yeah, maybe I don't know, maybe not enough people will show up, maybe too much people will show up, maybe the coaches won't, maybe you won't have a partner. I don't know. My mind will come up with all types of stupid stuff, and sometimes I end up skipping it. Maybe my mind will start telling me, oh yeah, your knee's slightly hurting. What happens if you hurt your knee even more? I don't know, but every single time I go to practice, after my mind keeps coming with the excuses, everything goes well. I mean, I'm a little anxious, walking into the practice and everything, but after like 1 minute, I'm chilling. So yeah, isn't it crazy now? It's been 2 months since the last practice. Wow, you probably shouldn't be saying that on not 2 months. No, has it 27? Yeah, it's been like 2 months. The reason why it's been 2 months, I was fasting for a month, and the month before that, I was coming back from an injury. So I've been out for a while. I've been out for a long time. Oh my, I haven't practiced much in a year. So gotta really get back onto that. Daily journey videos, and I haven't practiced in so long. But excited to, get back into practice, get back into everything. As you can clearly tell, if you couldn't tell already, this is a rest day today. I'm just recording because I'll have to edit a ton of videos right now. That's pretty much what I'm doing today. Editing a ton of videos. So I'm scheduling it for this week. So yeah, maybe do some homework. I don't really know, but yeah, I'm not really doing too much today. Of course, these days are very beneficial and you need these days, but a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll show you, oh yeah, every single day, like they'll show their routine for like a day in the life, and it'll be like 6 o'clock. They get up in the morning, you start doing a ton of push-ups, then they start doing like pull-ups, and then you go for like 10-mile runs before school. The end, they start doing some crazy amount of stuff all day, and they don't do any of that type of stuff. But for me, I just show my daily journey, and some people, I don't know, maybe don't like that. I don't really know what they're expecting. Maybe they want me to run 10 miles in the first thing in the morning, but no, I like, I'll show you the smooth days. I'm just pretty lazy, to be honest. I'm just doing whatever. Not really lazy. I do a ton of hard work, but a lot of athletes know when they have follow a proper structure. That's when they become lazy. When they don't have that structure, and that's why a lot of athletes, when they graduate, they feel so lost. But I started looking into that, like why athletes get so lost after they finish their sport, and I came up with it. A lot of times when you're going through your sport and everything, you get a ton of validation, a ton of people loving you and everything like that. But when your sport's done, poof, that love's gone. And I still technically I had it back then, but I wouldn't say necessarily I have it too much anymore. I don't really know. Most people might find me pretty strange the fact that I'm recording and everything. Like, what is this guy doing? I don't really know, but the thing is about me is I literally have no friends. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want. Wow, that's crazy. I don't have anybody. So there was no one to be like, oh yeah, you're weird. You're this that. I did have some, but I blocked them, so I don't have anybody anymore. You might be like, oh yeah, why did you block them? Why did you just like not respond, or why did you just like ignore them? So you can like post on your story and they can still see it. First of all, I don't post on my story on my personal account, mostly because I deactivated my Instagram account and Snapchat. I don't use Snapchat, but I went back on Snapchat just to block everybody, just to show that, yeah, I don't mess with you anymore. Because they don't support it. So I'm like, alright, if you're not going to support me, of course your friends shouldn't be fans, but at the same time, this isn't like me posting like jokes or skits. I'm posting my actual self and, my entire journey. So if they're not going to support me as a person, because this is what it is, it's supporting me as a person, then stay away from them. So yeah, I got rid of all those people, so there's no one in my head being like, oh yeah, you're weird, do this, or I have to perform for anyone else. I'm just posting whatever, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't even know. This is day 177, and yeah, hopefully you enjoy the little talk by me. Yeah.